Exiles, it's finally happening. We got a release date, a big reveal date, and we know which new class is coming. Let's analyze the trailer and the abilities shown of the new class, and also have a big summary on all the updates that have been shown so far, what is to come with O2. First, the trailer.
Spirit guide us. We, the mountain born. With spear and cunning. A new hunt dawns.
Yes, a new hunt dawns. Spear player. The full reveal happening on March the 27th. The actual release is April the 4th, clashing with Last Epoch a bit. And we're already seeing some amazing abilities coming with the spear. Let's go a bit forward. Because we don't only have spear poking, this is clearly a spear throw ability that is causing a whirlwind on impact. So you throw, you hit, whirlwind, and maybe lightning, whatever. Then we have the forward dash with a boom explosion. This does look, well, rad, like maybe some bleed related stuff. And clearly here, the cut is a bit quick, right? But you see the character is leaping up from the ground to shatter in and have a lightning explosion happening. This does look quite fast-paced and agile. I mean, if you think about, you approach a mob pack, you see an elite, bam, you throw from the distance. Then, like, after throwing, you can straight up charge in. And if anything is alive afterwards, you'll just jump up in the sky and bam, obliterate anything that's still there. I'm certainly going to try out a Huntress. And there's going to be 2 Ascendancies. Maybe even all 3 at the same time. Because it would be kind of confusing to release the Huntress with only 2 Ascendancies, since patch 2 is bringing new Ascendancy classes. Here's an illustration for one. Remember, we've been shown kind of a captain, commander, officer, mercenary on top of the Gemling Legionnaire and the Witch Hunter already. And there's obviously more to come. And there's obviously more to come to the Witch, to the Sork, to the Ranger, to all of them, including the Huntress. Now, what else is coming with patch 2 in case you haven't seen all the teasers yet? The first one they did show all the way back was a tower endgame change.
In the 020 update for Path of Exile 2, we'll be giving all content the ability to spawn in tower maps, including bosses. This means towers will have the same clear requirements as regular maps, and you'll need to fulfill these requirements in order to activate the tower. Towers will be able to randomly generate with content on the Atlas.
We all know towers are not too exciting. They're not the craziest thing, and a lot of people actually dislike the tower mechanic. But with the coming 02 update, all the towers will now be able to have boss mechanics, to have breaches, rituals, whatsoever, to get boosted by other towers. So if I put a tablet in this tower, the tower can actually get boosted, and they're trying to make them more exciting and simply less boring as they are. So far, the tower concept is okay-ish. Okay-ish. I can't see them removing it, so I'm happy for them actually doing something with it, reiterating, trying to innovate. The next thing they threw at us was 5 new support gems, and this is only 5 of many to come because we're getting more support gems later on, and all of these support gems are meant to maybe boost some underused skill, to make things work a whiffy bit better, to add more fire, more bleeding, more freezing, just in generally make things more exciting. For example, the Embiter, if supported skills would gain extra damage of any other type, they gain extra cold damage instead. This one is fairly interesting because there's a crossbow warrior, which needs to turn fire damage into ice damage to use the Herald of Ice. And that could kind of nicely work with an explosive shot to get bonus cold on top of what you anyways do, to just be able to use Herald of Ice with whatever you're doing. Afterwards, they presented new unique items, and in the case of the Bringer of Rain, it's meant to be more in the endgame direction. The Bringer of Rain says you can wield 2-handed axes, maces, and swords in one hand, but you cannot use chest armor. That being said, every class could use this. So if I make a monk warrior, I could use the Mace's Axe of Swords with it easily if I use the helmet. And generally speaking, all of these uniques they're coming up with, all of these uniques they're bringing to the table, are more meant for the end game, because often you have maybe 50 uniques in your stash like me, and 5 are useful for the end game, if even. Most are just useless in general, not even good for leveling. So yeah, they're kind of meant to, if you get this with level 65, it's actually pretty good with 488 damage. I wouldn't mind. And it even gives elemental resistance, sure. Kind of slammer. Then we have the big teaser talking about the new Ascendancies. And that's really exciting for me because we get the Huntress, all the changes to O2 in general, the bounces, the new supports. But every single class is getting their third Ascendancy. Yes, finally a reason to revisit Merc, Ranger, Sork, all of them, and see what you can come up with. Because we know an Ascendancy truly changes the way how you play things. Recoup Chronomancer instead of Spark Stormweaver, for example. In this teaser, we also threw an eye on 2 more unique items. A shield that will get you way more spirit. Yes, it does say 1 maximum spirit per 50 maximum life. That's usually an Infernalist Ascendancy skill. And now you could have it just on your shield. With a helmet that makes everyone in your presence count as low life. Doesn't seem too exciting at first, but the Witch Hunter Ascendancy does actually get Culling Strike and Decimating Strike, which work with low life enemies to just kill them faster and easier. Interesting. On top, they're promising to rework the actual Endgame Atlas passive tree to give us more meaningful choices. Because right now it's mostly more maps, more better quality maps, more maps, and again more maps. And then a little bit more maps. Yeah, I wish for a bit more engaging, fun options. And the last teaser we got was really exciting with a weapon lock feature that now, instead of having to actually swap weapons, you can swap your weapon sets with the same weapon, utilizing different skills on the same weapon. Very useful for at least half of my builds. Together with even more support gems leading to amazing fun explosions, because you can now shout and then vam, have everyone just go up in flames, so the actual shout warrior is even more dangerous. And a perfection support for all the people that enjoy snipe or perfect strike to really make these skills pop off even harder than ever before. Call me crazy, but already alone, the Huntress, playing the campaign again that I actually do enjoy playing, that I really have fun with. Having another reason for another playthrough is truly getting to me. I'm stoked. I don't care if anything is being done about the endgame otherwise. As long as I get to play the campaign again in new exciting manners, you got me. We just started another playthrough, for example, in solo self-found, and I cleaned out my whole stash. I don't own anything anymore, and I burned all my gold down to 5 to just get this true progression, fun feeling again of going through from the beginning, of building up a character, of getting stronger, of like having this struggle that Path of Exile 2 includes. And now to do that again with the Huntress, with the new Ascendancies, with all the changes in O2, I am pumped. If you would like to see the God Project actually unfold, because that's what we're calling it, from zero to hero, the most OP possible in solo self-found, there's the live stream and the build we're kind of using. Enjoy and have a fantastic good day.